Greyhound View this week, we take a look back at the semi-finals of the Cork Airport Munster Oaks from Waterford, the final of the Vulture Island 600 from Lifford, plus we head to Limerick for their 70th anniversary. We also catch up with the connections from recent Paddy Power Derby winner Climate Control. But first, it's the best of the action from Harold's Cross. The second round of the BCR Press Droopy's Vieri Puppy Derby took place at Harold's Cross at the weekend. All age groups turned up on the night. Ian Fortune takes a look back at the highlights.
For the second week running, there were some flashy times in the BCR Press Droopy's Vieri Puppy Derby. In Heat 2, Droopy's Cahill was made the hot favourite, but number 1 Shalom and Pete's Noble were certainly worthy of respect. The hot favourite in Trap 2, that's Droopy's Cahill. And he's away to a flyer. It's number 2, Droopy's Cahill, leads from number 4, Pete's Noble. On the inside, back in third is number 3, Raging Bull, but around the corner, and Pete's Noble leads from number 2, Droopy's Cahill. Back in third spot, we have number 5, Adam's Shadow, but out front, it's still number 4, Pete's Noble that leads. Number 2, Droopy's Cahill in chase. Back further, we have number 1, Shalom in third, but out front, still number 4, Pete's Noble that leads. Number 2, Droopy's Cahill trying his best to close. Then comes number 1, Shalom, but around the final corner, it's number 4, Pete's Noble, who's led from the early stages. He's going to win it. Second is going to be number 2, Droopy's Cahill, and third, number 1, Shalom. 28.57 the winning time, a blistering return. In last week's opening round, Tom Shea Boy was the fastest winner in 28.46. He was made a 1-4 favourite to win in Heat 3. And they're away, and fast in the stride is number 6, Tom Shea Boy. Leads up from number 2, Kinda Wild. Back in third, we have number 3, Side Cash around the opening corner. And number 6, Tom Shea Boy leads from number 3, Side Cash, now moving second. Next, we have number 2, Kinda Wild. But down the far side, the hot favourite at 4-1 on. Tom Shea Boy leads into the third bend. Number 3, Side Cash, maintains his spot in second. Then we have number 2, Kinda Wild, the British challenger, in third bend, tackled by number 4, Brenda's Bluewell. But around the final corner, it's Tom Shea Boy. He maintains his unbeaten tag in the stake. Second, number 3, Side Cash. Third, number 2, Kinda Wild. A blistering 28.36 the winning time. Early Mist was certain to start a hot favourite in Heat 5, but from a tricky draw in 3, he couldn't afford any mistakes, especially with the likes of Split the Best and Connor's return on the scenes. And they're away. Slow start by the favourite. Instead, number 2, Unique Tip leads to the turn. Number 1 going well, Split the Best on the inside. The favourite's back in third spot. That's Early Mist around the opening corner. It's Split the Best that leads, but Early Mist in a prominent position in second. Back in third, number 2, Unique Tip down the far side. And number 1, Split the Best, continues to lead from number 3, Early Mist. In third, number 2, Unique Tip, showing pace. Further back, number 6, Connor's return in top stride. Around the final turn, it's number 1, Split the Best. Number 3 now, Early Mist, mounting his challenge on the far side, coming to the line, Split the Best, and Early Mist coming to the line. Split the Best gets there. Second, number 3, Early Mist, and third, number 6, Connor's return. 29.08 the winning time. Heat 6 looked one of the more open heats of the round. Ballymacule was made the favourite from Trap 2, though his running style suggested he was going to have to do it the hard way. And they're away, and well, a level start. Number 5, Lenson Supreme going well, but on the inside it's number 1, Cool Emerald that leads from number 3, Droopy's Prince. Now number 5 slipping through in second, it's Lenson Supreme. But around the second turn, it's number 1 that leads, Cool Emerald. Holds about a 3 or 4 length lead over number 5, Lenson Supreme. Back in third spot, number 2, Ballymacule. He's normally a fast finisher. Into the third bend, around the third bend, into the fourth bend. And number 5, now Lenson Supreme coming up sides, number 1, Cool Emerald to challenge. Back in third, number 2, Ballymacule coming home fast. But on the near side, it's number 5, Lenson Supreme gets there. Second, number 1, Cool Emerald. And third, number 2, Ballymacule. The winning time, 28.69. Champion Stakes winner World Class was slightly disappointing in the opening round when finishing third. He was made the hot favourite in Heat 7, and from Trap 3, he couldn't afford any mistakes. And they're away, and it's number 3, World Class, the flashes to the front. Number 4, Ballymac returns in second. Back in third, on the inside, number 2, Bobo, but around the corner, and it's number 3, World Class, the Champion Stakes winner, that leads by about 2.5 lengths to number 4, Ballymac returns. Back in third, number 2, Bobo, into the third bend, and number 3, World Class, seems to be returning to top form here. Number 4, Ballymac returns in chase. He's now closing in second. Back in third, number 2, Bobo, around the final corner, though it's number 3, World Class, the Champion Stakes winner. He returns to form in emphatic fashion. An easy winner. Second, number 4, Ballymac returns, and third, number 2, Bobo. 28.49 the winning time. The betting in the final heat was certainly dominated by 2 greyhounds, Kinda Spooky, the British challenger, in 4, and Top Bow in 5. One wonders, what way was it going to go? they're away. And number 5, Top Bow, flashes from traps. He leads to the corner from number 2, Jack Spark. Back in third, number 1 on the inside, Johnny's Hero. Around the corner, the scattering of greyhounds there. Number 5, Top Bow leads from number 6, Marmions. Back in third, number 2, Jack Spark. Then comes number 3, No Need for Panic. Into the third corner, number 5, Top Bow leads by 3 lengths to number 2, Jack Spark, who's making up eye-catching ground in second. Further back is number 6, Marmions, but around the final turn, it's number 5, Top Bow. Number 2, now Jack Spark, mounting a challenge on the wide outside. Coming to the line though, number 5, Top Bow gets there. Second, number 2, Jack Spark, and third, number 6, Marmions. The winning time, 28.81.
The 2003 Derby winner Climate Control, trained by Seamus Graham for owners Aidan O'Regan and Kevin Smith, received huge applause when he was paraded at Harold's Cross by Seamus's son Diarmuid. Afterwards, General Manager Pat O'Donovan made a presentation to the victorious team. One person missing that night was Climate Control's breeder Eilish McCann, whom we caught up with during the week.
Kevin Smith was speaking to my father one night in Shelbourne. It would have been, I think, about June of 2000. And he said to Daddy that there was a bitch from his part of the country that he'd always greatly admired throughout her racing career. And would it be possible to source a pup? So Daddy asked him the bitch's name, so he said he thought he would get one of those that was his daughter's bitch he was talking about. I met Kevin, it could have been maybe September, October, sometime anyway after. The pups were still quite young. And I said to him, I have a dog pup for you. And he said, why? And I said, because you booked one. He had forgotten completely that he had booked a dog. But I'd say he's damn glad now that he was reminded. So that was the story of how Kevin came to get the pup. He was whelped here on the night of the 6th, 7th of September. He was one of 4 dogs and 5 bitches by Larkhill Joe. And I always liked Larkhill Joe. He was a very, very fast dog. He was a Scottish Derby winner. He was the Shelbourne Ledger winner. And I think at one stage he was the fastest dog in the world. And I always said that I would breed the bitch Ballinclare Star either to Stapler's Joe or to Larkhill. And when I rang to book the service, Stapler's Joe was busy. And Larkhill was available, and I told Michael Daly, that's grand, we'll take him, he'll be fine. The bitch was a great bitch herself. She won in Enniscorthy, she won in Waterford, Thurles, and she won 11 races in Shelbourne Park. So 14 wins in all. And fierce early pace, always ran very consistently. She didn't like a wet race night. That was one thing now, because she's very fond of her comfort. But she's a very good bitch, and overall I'm not one bit surprised that she has thrown a Derby winner. And for it to happen in the second litter, I think, has really been fantastic.
Eilish kept 2 pups from that same litter, one of which was intended as a special gift.
My oldest daughter, Andrea, it was her birthday the 6th of September, and I said to her, you pick out whichever bitch pup you want now out of that litter for your birthday. And there was this grand little blue bitch with a white face, very same as Larkhill, and I kind of hoped that she would pick her, and she did. And so far now, she won 9 races. She won the Track Bookmakers Open 525 bitch race. There was a once-off race in Harold's Cross. And then she won the Ascon Southern Oaks in Youghal back on the 22nd of August. Then she had a break and we put her into the Munster Oaks. She was second there. Frances O'Donnell's, the other domino, beat her in the first round. But subsequently she came in season and she'll be off to Honcho Classic. And then we kept a white and blue dog, Ballinclare Jet. He won his first race in Enniscorthy in 29:37. He was second in a rather rough and tumble race in the second round of that stake. Then he came out and won the semi-final in 29 seconds. And he was second in the final to Joe Graham's young Garsoon. But he picked up a few injuries that we just couldn't get the better of. And he's here at the head of life and will be at stud any time now, just waiting for the formalities to go through.
After his fantastic performance in the Irish Derby, Climate Control was in flying form, and trainer Seamus Graham, who's obviously greatly relieved after the race, can now get back to business as usual.
It was probably one of the best derbies I've seen anyway. It was hard to get a heat of the derby that wasn't won under 30 seconds. When you run the 30 seconds for 550 yards, you're beginning to get really, really fast. I suppose there was a lot of money at stake this year. There's other little finals that I was in. You take him as just nearly another race. But when you think of the type of money that was at stake, and then a derby, you love to win a derby, and the pressure is great. If you have a headache or a pain in your leg, you forget it quick when you go out to the dog, I can tell you. So he's very unlikely to race again. He's gone to stud, and in fact he has a bitch on Friday, all gone well, and 2 bitches booked in for next week already, so he's in big demand. There's a lot of inquiries about the dog, and I hope that he'll get ones as good as himself and that I'll have them.
The semi-finals of the 2003 Air Inter Cork Airport Munster Oaks took place at Kilcohan Park last Saturday night. Mal Keaveney reports.
Dogs are in traps now for the first of the semi-finals in the 2003 Air Inter Cork Airport Munster Oaks. In 1 it's Sparta Cleo, 2 Airmount Liz, in 3 Idaho Girl, 4 is Ballinclair Zena, 5 Baby Joanne and 6 Kimberly's Pet. Certainly one not short of early pace is Kimberly's Pet. She's in box 6. Here comes towards straps, and she doesn't break well. Down the centre, it's Ballinclair Zena that breaks well. So too Sparta Clear, the red jacket, and it's Sparta Clear now that shows in front, if only marginally, from Ballinclair Zena. Down the back straight they go, and it's still Sparta Cleo out front. The challenge coming too from behind with Baby Joanne. Sparta Cleo is holding on here from Ballinclair Zena. Into the final turn they go, and it's Sparta Cleo that has led from the very early stages of this race, is going to score in very impressive fashion, followed home by Ballinclair Zena. Kimberly's Pet takes 3rd. Confirmation of the result of the opening semi-final of the Air Inter Cork Airport Munster Oaks. Sparta Cleo the winner, in 2nd Ballinclair Zena, and 3rd Kimberly's Pet. The time 28:70. Dogs are loaded now for the second of the semi-finals. Potential Talent is 1, Betty's Beauty 2, in 3 Knock Even Angie, 4 Your Eyes Only, 5 is Castle Hill Alice, and 6 the other Domino. Your Eyes Only in 4 and the other Domino in 6, the leading Fancy. Here comes towards straps, and they're away racing in the second semi-final. Left behind the other Domino. Your Eyes Only in 4. On the rails, Potential Talent goes through. It's Potential Talent now in front. Betty's Beauty up near the front as well. Down the back straight they go, and its lead is with Potential Talent from Betty's Beauty. Battle is on for the 3rd qualifying spot. Up front it's still Potential Talent. There's a challenge coming from behind with the other Domino. Potential Talent up towards the line is going to hold on here from the other Domino, with Your Eyes Only in 3rd. The early pace doing the trick here for the winner, Potential Talent, of our second semi-final of the Air Inter Cork Airport Munster Oaks, followed home by the other Domino, with Your Eyes Only claiming 3rd. The time 28:80. On hand to carry out the trap draw for next weekend's final was Pat Manning of the sponsors Air Inter Cork Airport. In 1 Sparta Cleo, 2 Potential Talent, 3 Ballinclair Zena, 4 the other Domino, 5 Your Eyes Only, and 6 Kimberly's Pet. Michael, given the way the trap draw turned out here tonight, it's difficult really to pose Sparta Cleo in the final.
Yeah, she's an ideal draw on 1. She's won in both our semi-final and the second round from 1. So, there's a lot of early pace in the race, so most of her running is done from behind, but she held her position well at the race tonight, and she has a favourite chance in the final,
Crowd travelled from both north and south for the final of the Vulture Island 600 at Lifford last Saturday evening, which carried a winner's prize of €15,000. In Fortune takes us through the runners.
In 1 Always a Rumble, trained by John McGee for Larry O'Rourke, the son of Smooth Rumble, and Gemma Spark broke the track record in the semi-finals. He's 7-2. In Trap 2, the only bitch in the lineup, Karen Lass, this daughter of State Race Joe and Karen Mistress, owned and trained by Brian Maguire, an 8-1 chance she normally goes up strongly. In Trap 3, the favourite, He's the Biz, this powerful son of Smooth Rumble and Dalcash Dahlia, is trained by Fraser Black for the Mulholland, Taggart, Curly Syndicate, a 5-4 chance. In 4 is King Craig Brindle, this son of Smooth Rumble and King Craig Mini, owned and trained by Karen Agnew, in great form recently. He's a 5-1 chance. In trap 5, Ballymac Pride. This son of Rantoke Pride, Oh My Shoulder, trained by Francie Murray for John Taylor. A 10-to-1 chance, an outsider, but don't rule him out. And 6 completes the lineup. Go Barking Mad, this son of Stamp of the Father, and Oliver's Pet, trained by Michael Gleeson for James Shinnock. An 8-to-1 chance, but well drawn. Well, the runners now in traps, the hare well on the way. The favourite in trap 3, he's the biz. Up behind traps now and away they go. The favourite slowly into stride, but it's number 4, King Craig Brindle, leads into the turn from number 2, Karen Lass. Back in third spot is number 5, Ballymac Pride, but into the corner it's number 4, King Craig Brindle leads from number 2, Karen Lass. Number 5, Ballymac Pride continues in third, but down the far side, number 4, King Craig Brindle leads. He's going to take a hell of an effort to catch this fellow. Number 2, Karen Lass in chase. Then comes 5, Ballymac Pride closing, but around the final turn, it's number 4, King Craig Brindle. This fellow stays strongly. Here comes 2 though, Karen Lass up the home straight. It's number 4, King Craig Brindle, maintaining this powerful gallop. He crosses the line triumphant. Second, number 2, Karen Lass. Third, number 5, Ballymac Pride. The result of the final of the Vulture Ireland Open 600, trap 4, King Craig Brindle the winner. Second, number 2, Karen Lass. And third, number 5, Ballymac Pride. 32.52 the winning time.
If she got her act together, she would lead the whole way, and that's what we're expecting. But sometimes it doesn't work out like that, you know, in dog racing. But we're very pleased to see her come out. So this will be the biggest competition she's won. She won the guys in Joel, but Sean, Doug, Ryan Saxon's here as well at Lifford. All been well. We'll get her checked out on Monday. She'll maybe be back here next week for the Northwest Derby.
Limerick Greyhound Track at Marketsfield has served the industry and community for the past 70 years and is on the short list of the Irish Greyhound Board's development plans. Limerick will receive a major boost when the stadium relocates to its new venue at Greenfield in the city, but more about that later. First, we join in for the final of the Concurby Memorial 2890 525 sweep.
In trap 1, the hot favourite, Riverside Jake. In trap 2, we have Danielle's Lad. In 3, Getaway Jordan. Trap 4 is Dunhill. In 5, Beamo Key. And trap 6 is Tortola Pride. The hare coming around the final turn, up behind the boxes. And they're away, a level enough start. Number 5 now, Beamo Key showing in front. Number 6, Tortola Pride. Bit of a gap to the rest of them. Around the corner is Tortola Pride. Oh, terrible trouble in behind. Tortola Pride leads from number 5, Beamo Key. The favourite's not going to be winning it. A big gap back to third spot. But number 6, Tortola Pride leads into the third corner. Beamo Key now challenging. Oh, forced to check at that point. Number 6 though, Tortola Pride, goes 2.5 lengths clear, 3 lengths clear of number 5, Beamo Key. Into the home straight, it's Tortola Pride and Beamo Key. But Tortola Pride is going to win this one. Beamo Key finishing well, but Tortola Pride gets there. It's close for third. The winning time was 28.81. And the result of the Concurby Memorial Final, trap 6, Tortola Pride holding on to beat number 5, Beamo Key. Back in third, number 2, Danielle's Lad. The winning time, 28.81.
Acting CEO Michael Foley was at the Limerick track to confirm the go-ahead for the new development to racegoers on the night.
Well, over the last 5 or 6 years, the board has invested approximately 70 million in its capital investment programme. In 2003, that will see the completion of Stadium at Galway, €6 million development. Lifford, which is just officially opened there last month, 11 million. And at the back end of November of this year, we'll see the completion of a Greyhound facility at Dundalk. The next step is the second phase in the board's capital development programme that will principally involve the redevelopment of Limerick, Enniscorthy, Clonmel and Kilkenny tracks. The board's plan for Limerick is to seek a private investment partner and transfer to a new facility at Green Park. It will involve the continuation of racing here at Marketsfields until a new facility is developed sometime in mid-2005. The Department of Finance have now approved the board's increased borrowing facility. We're looking at the site in Green Park in Limerick. It's within the environments of the city. It's the previous racecourse, and we expect there'll be a lot of interest from private investment partners. The board anticipates it'll commit itself 7 million to the development project and anticipates 4 to 5 million investment from a private investment partner.
I think it's brilliant news for Limerick in particular. Limerick has been one of the stalwarts in greyhound racing, and it deserves a new facility, and this is going to be great for this great city that we have here in Limerick, and it will be the best supported track outside of the 2 Dublin tracks, without doubt. It will mean a tremendous boost to greyhound ownership, breeding, training in the Midwest region. The Midwest region is a highly populated area with greyhounds, and this will be a great boost to it, and we'll have new syndication and everything like that, and it'll be a brilliant facility.
And maybe this is part of that next generation to enjoy that new facility. Templemore in Tipperary has had a long association with greyhounds, as well as supporting the local tracks of Thurles and Clonmel. This time the greyhound industry is putting something back into the local community in the form of a benefit night at Thurles racetrack. 2 canons, 2 priests and a dedicated committee headed by Chairman John Costigan will be hoping to raise the final instalment for the renovation of 3 churches in the area.
This locality is a huge greyhound country, and it's Thurles Saturday night, it's Kilkenny Tuesday night, it may be Limerick Saturday night, it could be Shelburne or Harold's Cross a couple of times a week for quite a number of locals. Since the end of April, the beginning of May, that's when we started, and we brought in a group of people together who have experience of this in the past. We set out to obtain sponsorship for 10 races, for prizes for the nominators for which we have been selling tickets for the past 3 months, and also for the seeking of ads for a specially designed programme that we will have for the night. Quite a number of people have been on the road on a regular basis, shall we say day and night, and we have no doubt that this will be the biggest fundraiser that was ever held at Thurles Greyhound Track.
Over the years in this part of the fundraising, various things have been tried, and on the initiative of Father Martin Murphy, well, they're going down the road of a benefit meeting now, and you know, this has taken off tremendously well, and we envisage making quite an amount of money, which will possibly be the last effort in the raising of 1.2 million, which was needed to renovate 3 churches in the parishes of Clonmore, Templemore and Killee.
For a start, the 3 roofs were completely replaced. Some structural repairs were done. The churches were painted inside, and as you see from this church, it was painted outside also. And in fact, all 3 churches were painted outside. And as we're here at this church was completely, you could say, rebuilt from the ground up. And the whole thing cost us in the region of €1.2 million. This parish of Templemore, Clonmore and Killee is very much a family centre parish, and my hope is that so many of them will go to the dogs, many of them for the first time, and I hope they will be delighted with their night out. My biggest wish is that so many people, they are all from the parish, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank them for their continued support down through the years in paying off this debt, and especially to thank the committee who have stuck with it over thick and thin for over 4 years.
We'll look ahead to the fixtures now, and at Harold's Cross it's the 3rd round of the BCR Press Droopy's Vieri Puppy Derby. The AIB 575 gets underway at Newbridge, and the Red Mills and McCalmont Cup at Kilkenny. On to Saturday, and it's the final of the area into Cork Airport Munster Oaks at Waterford, the 2nd round of the Co-op Superstores Irish Laurels at Cork, while Shelburne hosts the 2nd round of the Ladbroke 575, and of course the meeting at Thurles. On Monday next, Harold's Cross hosts the semi-finals of the Bagot Racing Grand National. Next week, we'll bring you the best of the action from Thurles, more highlights from Harold's Cross and the Irish Laurels from Cork, plus the final of the Munster Oaks from Waterford.